There you go, Mark.
All right. Okay, we're going to open the board meeting for August 12, 2025. The time is
6:38.
what, 38?
6:38, yes.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to listen to motions to go into executive session as we have matters before us that would be detrimental to the town. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
I'm going to get a motion, and I get a second from Mr. Mackey. We'll take a roll call vote. Mr. Holland?
Aye.
Mr. Mackey?
Aye.
Mr. Ryder?
Aye.
Mr. Russo?
Aye.
And chair votes aye as well. We're in executive session. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Board of Select Board meeting for the town of Tewksbury. Today is August 12th, 2025. Time is 7:43. We usually begin at 7, but we had executive session that went a little bit longer. At this time, we're going to open up our meeting, but before we do so, I welcome everyone to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. First item on our agenda is LBM Cafe LLC, Perfecto's Cafe, for a common vic license. Do we have anybody in front of us for that? Manager, were they, somebody supposed to come for this, or is it something that we're just going to review?
Sorry, what was that?
The Perfecto's Cafe, was somebody supposed to be coming to this, or?
I would imagine, yes, somebody should be here for that.
Mr. Chairman, I think the application is complete. I don't have a problem with approving the common vic license for the cafe.
Right, if everyone has reviewed the package and feel comfortable and doesn't have any questions, we can move forward with it. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll make a motion to approve the,
Just a point of information, did you open and close the public hearing?
oh,
No. So we're going to, because this is an open meeting, it was, at this time, we'll just open a public meeting. If there's anybody here that would like to be heard on this, it's a public meeting. If there's any residents or anybody that would like to be heard on this? Seeing no one,
I'll make a motion to
close the public hearing.
close the public hearing.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Okay, now you can make the motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the license for 1900 Main Street, based on, presented in the packet this evening.
I'll second that.
Right, so we got a motion and a second. Motion by Mr. Ryder. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Okay, next thing on our agenda is DMD Vehicles Sales and Appraisals, 128 Patton Road. Do we have anybody in front of us for that? Please come forward. If you give your name and address for the record, if you would.
Anthony M. Bichetti, 128 Patton Road, Tewksbury, Mass.
Okay. Would you like to describe what you're looking to do?
I'm looking to get an online used car sales license for the state. I was aware Tewksbury had it a while back, and I've just been keeping track of it for a bit. I'm in the automobile business as well. I have a couple of different jobs, but I do a lot of appraisals and stuff, and I do handle vehicles. I'm just looking to expand the business I have, and when the opportunity came up for online, I thought I would apply for it, and here we are tonight.
Okay. All right, do we have any questions from the board?
I just want, just to confirm, no vehicles are going to be stored on the property?
No vehicles, no, that's, I like living in Tewksbury, no, it's just, I deal with a lot of cars and stuff, so no, no unregistered vehicles that are there, no.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Just
you.
one clarification, no vehicle storage either, right? So you're
Nope,
not selling
nope.
by there, no vehicles parked at the house?
Outside of my own personal ones that are registered, yeah, no, I'm not looking to, I take good care of my house, I'm not looking to do anything, but thank you for asking.
Perfect, thank you.
Makes sense.
Any other questions? Seeing this is a public hearing, do we have anybody that would like to be heard on this? All right, do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion to close the public hearing?
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Do I have any motions on this matter?
Make a motion to approve the license for DMD Vehicle Sales and Appraisals.
I got a motion by Mr. Holland, second by Mr. Mackey. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
And chair votes aye as well.
Good luck to
You're all
you.
set.
Thank you, Select Board.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, folks.
Okay, next item on our thing is National Grid Verizon jointly owned pole, Shawshene, pole 156-50. Somebody pause.
Good evening. I'm Alec Birdsong. I'm here to represent National Grid in the matter. The address is 1101 Turnpike Street in Andover, North Andover, excuse me.
All right, we have a couple of poll petitions in front of us. Let's take them individually. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about the Shawshene Street poll 156-50?
No, I did, I don't see anything in the packet that Mr. Hardeman or the town engineer or DPW, are you aware, Mr. Curran, that any issues with this with?
No, it's,
Normally, Mr. Hardeman will provide, I don't know if,
A letter.
oh, there's a letter in this
Is there
one
a-
for the new poll. For the next one.
there's no letter, is there a letter in here?
No, there's not a letter for this particular,
I would just recommend that you, if you decide to vote on it, to make it contingent upon any recommendations from the DPW.
okay.
If I may, it's been our practice for a couple of years now to not action these unless they have the letter.
Okay.
I know the other two do. So
Yeah.
personally, I'd like to wait for those just because we put that policy into place because we had some lag time and some open questions before. So
Yes.
I'd like to table this if everyone's comfortable with that.
All right,
I have no problem with
so I
that.
have a motion to table this until we get correspondence from our DPW director.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please stay by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, so on this one, you'll end up coming back for this one. The next one will be, actually, it is a public hearing, even though we're tabling it. Does anyone want to be heard on this? No? Okay, just want to clarify. All right. The next one is National Grid poll petition, 1 Lincoln Road. Sir, would you like to?
We're seeking to install a pole to extend the primary, the overhead service for residential service that's going in there.
Okay. Do we have any questions or concerns on this poll petition?
None I see in the package, just for people watching, Mr. Hardeman provided a letter with no opposition.
Any other questions, concerns? The only thing I put out, it's, I always mention sidewalks or no sidewalks. I want it in the back of the layout. So if there is existing sidewalks, I want it in the back of where the sidewalks. If there is an existing sidewalk, I want it back so that if there are sidewalks installed, we don't have to relocate this pole.
Okay.
And so let's make sure that happens if you would. All right, this is a public hearing. Is anybody would like to be heard on this motion, this matter? Hearing none, do I have anybody that would make a motion to close the public hearing?
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Mr. Ryder made a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Mackey. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Do I have any motions on this matter?
Motion to approve the National Grid Verizon jointly owned poll petition for 1 Lincoln Road with the conditions from the DPW.
I'll second.
A motion, and I get a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Next motion is National Grid poll petition for Shawshene Street, poll 59-50, sorry. Do we have any questions or concerns on this one?
Yeah, one question on this one. So is this, I see the two existing poles that are there, we're not replacing those poles, correct? This is just addition of
Correct.
a new one?
It's an addition of a new one.
So what's the impetus behind this?
Well, we're installing a recloser to improve the outage response times. So the pole next to it has a load break on it, and I think the other one has a transformer. It's a junction pole. So there were no poles nearby that we could use per our standard.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. Do you have any other questions or concerns? Just while you're here, and we're talking about poll petitions, I always bring it up if I have a concern in the community. We have a pole on the corner of East and North Street that's been broken for some time. If the next time you come back here and you're looking to us, can you please give us a status of when that may be taken care of? It's been out there for quite some time, and just, I just want to make sure that it's brought to your attention. And if you could, next time you come in here, if you could give us an update on that while we're discussing.
Yeah, the next time I come in, it may be me, it may be someone else. If you can give me the location, I can give it to your town contact. I don't know who that is,
Yep.
but then they can look into it and maybe keep you up to date about.
It would be our town manager, get in touch with John Curran.
Yeah.
But it's on the corner of North and East Street, and it's been there for some time. It may be, there is a lot of utilities on that pole. I know there's fiber optic that probably goes to our fire department, but residents have been trying to call and get that done when we've had
Is
conversations.
it broken? What's wrong with the pole?
What's that? It's broken.
It's just,
There's two poles there. One pole is snapped in half, and they're tied to a secondary pole that's out there. So we have a double pole out there.
Okay.
And I just would like to have that.
Okay.
Is it
Would like to-
close to here?
What's that?
I don't know Tewksbury. I don't know.
It's very close to it.
It's just right up
Directly on the corner.
Right on the corner when you leave here. It's right on the corner of North and East Street.
North and East Street. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Okay. All right. So moving on with this matter, is there any residents that would like to be heard on this? Seeing none.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
We're going to motion for Mr. Ryder. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Holland. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Listen to any motions on this matter.
I'll make a motion to approve the poll number 59-50.
Get a motion to approve.
Friendly amendment, do we want to include the recommendations from the DPW?
Sure, absolutely, and please include Mr. Hardeman's recommendations.
Second.
Get a motion in a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
if you-
All right, next item on our agenda is Interaction Recovery Incorporated Road Race. Do we have anybody in front of us for this? This seems like it's a race that's taken place numerous times before. I know we've had correspondence from most of the departments, so this is a public hearing. Does anybody have any questions or concerns? Don't see any.
Make a motion to close public
I
hearing.
got a motion to close the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
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 All right. Do I have any motions on this matter?
Actually, Mr. Chair, just a question, just to confirm. So I noticed the date of this is the Sunday, September 14th. Mr. Curran, I know at one point there was talk about a festival in town over at Livingston Street. That is not happening at this point.
No, not this year.
Okay, not this year. Okay, just wanted to double check that. Thank you.
Okay, and this is nowhere near there either.
Yeah, well, it's all kind of connected.
No, I got you.
Just
Yeah.
Livingston.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion to approve the license for the road race for Sunday, September 14th.
So I got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Mackey. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. The race is approved. Next item on our agenda is American Outdoor Advertising Billboard Permit, 1775 Andover Street. Good evening, gentlemen. If you give your name and for the record.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. Jamie Cutlass for American Outdoor Advertising.
Stephen Ross with American Outside Advertising.
Outside, yeah.
So, floor is yours, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you. So we were here last year with an application for an electronic billboard at the Marriott property on Andover Street. The vote was 3-2 against, it had to be 4-1, so it didn't prevail. Under the general rules, you have to wait 2 years to reapply, but there is a provision that allows you to come back early if the planning board and the selectmen vote that there's a material change in the application, they can allow it to come back earlier. So we want to resubmit. We've changed the application in a substantial way. We're going to raise the height, and we're going to change the angle of the boards, and we're going to put shrubbery at the base and also increase the upfront payment to the town. The three things with the shrubbery, the changing of the board, and the height will prevent really any spillover to the residents at all in that Marriott. So it's much better for them, and the upfront payment is much better for the town. We went before the planning board. They voted 5-0 to allow us to go forward. We also had got a variance from the zoning board from the residential provision. We went back before the zoning board to extend it. 2 weeks ago, they allowed us to extend it for another 6 months, the variance. So we're asking your permission to resubmit a new application with the material changes in it to allow a billboard on that site. And Mr. Ross has some illumination data that shows there really wouldn't be much spillover at all to the area.
Yes, thank you, and I can hand these out to you if you'd like, if that's all right.
That's good, yeah.
So this,
Thank you.
There you go.
Sure, thank you.
So the first page you have shows what the angle of the light would be downward, and by us raising it to 125 feet overall, that there'd be a minimum of light spread downward and actually goes out before it reaches the ground. The second shot, which is this one, and the green rectangle shows that basically no light hits the ground within that area. So by raising the sign up and V'ing it out, it's addressing a lot of the concerns, I believe, that the board had last year. And then this is a light study. All this was provided by Watchfire, which has about 60,000 digital boards placed internationally. And the last page, some of the excerpts I highlighted, it says, in conclusion, given the above comparison and measurements, the area will see an almost undetectable difference in ambient light after the installation of the LED billboard. Due to the increased height of the sign and the wider spread of the light angle, the light impact on the property below is expected to be reduced. Then it goes on to say, in other words, the greater the vertical separation between the sign and nearby property, the less light reaches those areas. So they have indicated, we told them what the issue was, and they suggested by making it this height and by increasing the angle that we would eliminate any concerns of the buildings down below.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Just as a reminder to the board, I mean, all that's before you tonight is making a determination of whether this is a substantial change, not the merits of the petition.
Gotcha. All right. Do we have any questions from the board?
Yeah, I'll have one question. The same packet for you to receive your determination from the planning board, identical package was, and the three items again were
Yes.
shrubbery, height, and angle of the boards, correct?
Yes, and the payments at $50,000 a year, they're going to upfront $200,000.
Okay,
Yeah, but exactly the same packet,
Okay.
yeah.
thank you. That's all, Mr. Chair.
I have no questions.
I got a few questions, Mr. Chairman. So we're going from 120 feet, which was previously proposed, correct? To
Yes.
125?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like a 4.25% height change?
5-foot change, yes.
Okay. And then I noticed that, what is the height of the tree barrier going to be, the shrubbery around the base?
So that's to be determined. We can go whatever you'd like. We didn't want to overpower the ground area, so we thought probably, 5 to 7 foot evergreen type trees.
Okay. And then the upfront payment is just moving the first 4-year payments into a lump sum, correct? So there's
Yes,
no
sir.
additional funding for the town?
Correct.
Okay. So I gotta say, to me, it doesn't seem materially different. I was more than happy to and excited to approve your previous application for the other site. My feeling hasn't changed too much on this site. We went up 5 feet. I noticed that it said that no light reaches the ground within this rectangle, but I believe that's a 4-story building. So how much light pollution are the residents in this building going to be getting?
So based on where the windows are, I would say none. Will some light possibly hit the roof? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that was my big issue from before. Again, I'm a huge proponent of billboards. I was big on your last one, happy to approve it. I just don't think that this is a good fit. And personally, in my mind, a 5%, less than 5% difference in height change doesn't materially change it. Even if you have like 10-foot shrubs around the base, the light is coming from the top. So I don't know what the shrubs at the bottom really do to improve that. I appreciate you making the attempt. And again, I'm a huge proponent. I wish you could find a better location. I'd be happy to approve it. I just don't think that this location is a good fit. And I don't think, in my mind, that less than 5% change is material to trigger this. Personal opinion, but I do appreciate you coming back in here. Thank you.
Any other?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to disagree a little bit. I do think it is a change. I think, for another one of our sitting boards to agree 5-0 that it is a different plan in itself. And also, I think one of the biggest problems is it was the residential versus it was commercial prior. The permit was in place, and so it was, if this sign came in prior to any permit being pulled on that parcel to convert to residential, it wouldn't have been an issue. And you can convert after the fact from a commercial to a residential if the board was already in place. There wouldn't be no issue at that point. So I had a problem with not approving them. I was an advocate of this when we first put it in. Again, I think it's, we have one, a few hundred yards down the street, we have a Cracker Barrel sign. We went through the same thing when I sat on the planning board. We didn't approve one, and then they put it across the highway in Lowell. So I think this is an opportunity for the town to raise some revenue towards sidewalks, which is critical, and I know that's a big push for our community, so I think it is substantial enough to move it forward. And again, my opinion.
Mr. Chairman.
No, I have no question. I do believe that, just based on, again, I wasn't here a year ago when the application originally came, but, going through some of the information from previous to now, I do see significant change as well from my perspective. So I appreciate you guys coming in with those updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hall.
Yes, I also see the change, and this vote tonight is not to approve your sign. This is just so he can reapply, correct? I just want to make sure the public understands it, because even though this is a public hearing, nobody probably got notified for.
That's correct.
For showing up to, to say no or yay, so I'm willing to move forward with it because there is revenue, and I want to hear from the public. If the public comes in and is denial, then it's on you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm willing to bring it out to the public so we can have a conversation.
I just have, I know this is not approval of the board itself, but I just do have a couple of questions. Originally, there was a hotel board there in the same location. And how many years was that board there, that light for the hotel? Do you have any idea?
At least 20, and it was much brighter than what this is going to be.
Yeah, and I honestly, in the years that I've been here, 12 plus years of being here, that's like in the community that's dealing with, I don't know if we've received one complaint off of that board that was there. That was, we had a light there and it was lower and it shined brighter from what I can see of the luminance that came off of that. And yet we got zero complaints from that and without any revenue. Can you clarify what the revenue would be? I know we've talked about it, but what the revenue would be to the community if this would be approved?
Yeah, $1 million over 20 years.
No.
And then it increases. Yes, it goes from 25,000 per digital face to 37.5 per digital face after 20 years.
So total over 20 years, what would the revenue be to the community?
Over 20 years would be $1 million, and then if the lease is extended, the lease is currently 20 years, so the grant agreement goes along with the lease, so we'd look to have it extended for another 20 years. And so that would be, you're going to make me do this math here, that'd be another $1.5 million. So it'd be $2,500,000 for a 40-year please.
Mr. Chairman, I
And the
have
town
one
gets
more
public
question.
service messaging as well.
Now, you're renting this area from the,
That's correct.
okay, and I'm going to get into your business of how much you're paying rent, but I'm sure that organization who has the housing there is using it to subsidize some of their tenants.
That's correct. That's why they were so interested in us coming back here as well.
Right.
Yeah, they don't think it'll be a problem for their tenants at all. Mary?
Well, I agree, but I just wanted to make sure that the public knew that this is also a subsidy for housing, not technically, but through the back door.
You are correct, yes.
All right, thank you.
All right. This is a public hearing. Do we have anybody that would like to be heard on this matter? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Do I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to close
I
the
got a
public hearing.
motion by Mr. Ryder. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Rizzo. All right, I'll listen to any motions on this matter.
I'll make a motion to approve that to make that it is a substantial change to allow them to bring back the full application.
Point of order, do we need to vote on closing the public hearing?
I thought we just,
Took
okay.
a motion and a second.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay. We took a motion and a second. All those in favor, closing the public hearing?
Aye.
Aye, okay, we'll close. Now you can go.
Sorry. So I make a motion to approve that this is a substantial change to allow American Outdoor Advertising LLC to bring this back, the application back.
I'll second that.
Okay, so I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed, and chair votes aye as well. So we have a 4-1 vote.
Could I ask one, just clarifying, when do you think this, you would be coming back?
We're going to try for the September meeting.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members of the board.
Okay, next motion, no, next matter on our agenda is a show cause hearing, St. Michael's Co-op DBA White Dove Pantry, 910 Andover Street.
My name is Magdi Faltos, and the business address 19 Andover Street in Tewksbury, Mass.
Yep. All right, I'm sorry, did you give your name for the record? What was it again?
Magdi, M-A-G-D-I.
Okay, thank you.
Last name is Faltos.
Okay, thank you. We're going to, you're here for a liquor violation?
Yes.
Would you like to discuss with us what happened? And
What happened is I have my helper, she was work at night, I'm kind of busy.
can you pull that microphone a little bit closer to you? Thank you.
Yes. My helper, she was work at night, she was kind of busy, and she checked up the guy for liquor first, and I checked up the camera to see. And the second one was a guy was from the police. She asked for ID, and the cop, he said, the person, he said, is in a car, and I'm here all the time. And she got sold to him the beer by mistake. She didn't do that. She did after the custom. After that, I saw her. She checked up the IDs all the time. After that, we changed the system. We get the scanner ID. Scanner ID is connected to the screen direct. We can't sell anything alcohol without scanning the ID. And there is no room for mistakes after that. And
All right. Well, I'm going to have the police chief come up and discuss what happened.
Thank you. Members of the board, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Town Manager, thank you. As you know, we take, a lot of steps to partner with the community and partner with our businesses. It is important to us. We want them to thrive. But when it comes to the sale of alcohol to minors, I don't feel as though there's room for error. I don't want to be the one or my officers to be the ones that have to go to a parent's house to tell them that they lost their child. And I know it's a small thing that we do that's part of a bigger plan, but it is important. And we put out numerous notices. We hand deliver them, social media, news releases, even send a video, educational video as to why we do what we do and how we do it. Now, this one, he claims that she asked for the ID, but she still sold him alcohol without him producing anything. So I can respect that. And I do feel bad for these owners because sometimes it's difficult to have clerks that, you're relying on. But that's part of the business. This isn't just a slip and fall mistake. You're selling alcohol to a minor that could end up wrapped around a tree or hurt somebody else. So on that date, an 18-year-old went in. We did many checks of establishments, and in this particular case, an 18-year-old went in and was able to purchase a 12-pack of Bud Light without having to produce an identification.
Chief, this is just a little, I know the policy is usually what happens is if somebody goes in and they not willing to sell it to them because they don't have an ID, the policy is for that person to leave.
Yeah.
Did the person that was going in say that the ID was in the car because they?
Yeah, that's typically what they say, and they walk out. But in this case, again, it's not always black and white, right? So
No, I get it.
you're dealing with, and it's not a police officer, right? You're dealing with an 18-year-old kid. So I did clarify that, and she did ask for it. But then he said, "Oh, it's in my car." And then she says, "Okay, I'll sell it to you anyways."
Yeah.
Something to that effect. So
I just want to make sure we have the same policy going forward.
yeah, no, at the end of the day, again, it's not black and white.
Yeah.
It hardly ever is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they did sell to an 18-year-old who did not produce any form of ID.
There's no doubt in that. I just bringing it up because usually we have, if somebody does, they just
Yeah,
walk out.
typically that's the case, but there isn't a reversal of the clerk after they ask for it and then say, "Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't need it." You know what I'm saying? So, and I get it. I sympathize with these owners. I do care about them as well. I want them to thrive, but at the end of the day, we have to keep kids safe.
Okay, all right.
Any other questions, sir?
Yeah, do you have any recommendation on this?
I do have a recommendation. I did send that to you. I think that it's consistent with what we've done for previous, this is considered a first violation. So I think that it's fair to do a one-day suspension of the license.
Okay, no, I just wanted to have it. We have it in front of us. I just want to, so people at home can listen to your recommendation, that's all.
You got it.
Okay, thank you, Chief, I
Okay,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
I want to open it up to the board and see if we have any questions. Mr. Russo?
Sure. First, thank you for being here. I know that
thank
this
you.
is not
Thank you.
necessarily an easy conversation, but I do, you mentioned that you've implemented a scanner. Is there any other additional steps that you've taken in the practice?
First, we teach all the people working over there, and we fire this girl after a couple of weeks because we don't want any more mistakes. And we're now very strict. We check up IDs for even the people's 50s. We check up the IDs. There is no room for mistakes after that. And we're working hard, like 18 years in the business, me and my wife, and we don't do any troubles.
Understood. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you again. I agree with Mr. Russo. Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome.
I appreciate the,
Thank you.
what you've implemented since that.
Thank you.
Obviously, I don't want to see anyone lose their job, but I also don't want anyone to get hurt. Also, see you lost a business, because if it happens multiple times, then it's much serious offense.
Right.
I've been pretty consistent, followed along with the chief. He's the expert in this matter, and what has been done since I've been sitting on the board. So I agree with Chief Columbus in his violation.
Do we have any other comments?
Yeah, so just thank you, sir, for being here again. Not a fun conversation, but are you taking advantage of any of the programs that the police department offers? Like, did you get the video? I know they do hand delivery.
I do that, yes, I did, yes. And I put the signs in all the stores, and just a mistake happened, but we follow everything. We see the video, and so we put posters, no safer, no matter what, you have to have an ID.
Okay.
No
And then-
excuses, yes.
When you were notified that this was going to occur, did you tell your staff that it was?
I did, I told him, yes, and explained to him too much, but that's what happened.
Mistakes happen. Again, I get it. It's a very serious mistake to occur.
I understand.
My recommendation is always to buy the scanner for your point of sale system.
yes.
And you've already done that.
Yes.
So I see no reason to deviate from the standard one day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Holland?
Is this the only store you own?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
And you've had no violations before?
No, no. It's happened in like 2007, 8 years ago. It happened one time before. It's like 7 years ago.
And you already purchased a scanner?
Yes, you did scanner, but we did it in the computer. Now we have it by hand to scan it and it come out right away to the register, connected to the register.
Okay, that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
The only thing I want to make comment to is that I actually live not far from your store. Walked into your store during a day, and I was getting something, soda or something in your store.
Yeah.
And a kid came into the store, went to buy alcohol. You were working,
Yes.
and you denied them.
Do not.
You denied them.
Oh, yes.
They didn't have an ID.
Okay, thank you.
You turned them down. So
thank you so much.
You didn't know who I was, but I did
Thank you.
walk up and applauded you
Thank you.
for what you were doing.
Thank
So I
you.
do want to make notice that
Thank you so much.
yourself
Yes,
did
thank you.
that. Unfortunately, what happens is, I know you hire people, it's difficult, but you are responsible for those people.
understand.
And I always side with the police on these matters. It's something that we can't, really have a lot of leeway on because it's something that we take very seriously. The police, no other town does what we do. I mean, they go out, they walk in, they hand you a piece of paper. They tell you when it's going to, the time period it's going to happen. They do classes, they do everything. That doesn't leave any excuse for them not to follow the procedure. I understand the scanner, love that.
Yes.
But like I said, once again, it's the employees drilling it into their heads. Because if your scanner's only good if the person takes that ID and puts it through a scanner.
Absolutely.
So yes, it's great to have, but that's not going to solve your problem.
Yes.
The only problem is you as a property owner, as a business owner, saying, we will not tolerate this, and if you do this, you no longer have a job.
Yeah.
But, and I, like I said, and I do commend you. I did see you do it personally.
Yes.
I walked in, somebody walked in, and you said no, and they went out the door. I'm not even sure if that was maybe one of their stings. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it did happen.
Yeah.
And I commend you for that part.
Can I say something more?
Yeah, absolutely.
We did train the people they working now. There's no more, we can't take any mistake like that. And also we have the camera on the phone. I check up the people working. They check up the ID every time or not. And I'm very strict with that because we're not troublemaker. We will not try to say anything to any minor.
All right. This is a public hearing. I'm just going to open it up. Does anybody want to be heard on this matter? All right. With that said, do I have a motion to close the public?
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing on this.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. At this time, I'll listen to any motions on this matter.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chair, to follow Chief Columbus's recommendation of violation for suspension for 1 day.
Okay.
I'll second that.
I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying it.
Do we have a date on that?
Again, there is no, what is a normal, through you, Mr. Curran, or may I, through you, Mr. Chair, may I ask Chief Columbus, the normal protocol on that, Chief, is it?
Typically, you decide
Okay.
the date, so, but you do have to pick a date today.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
okay.
Would you like the calendar?
Yeah, sure. You want to-
There you go. So today is the 12th. Usually we do it, I think, within a 2-week period or something like that, so.
Yeah.
Because they have to turn in the license to the,
Turn in the license
Yeah,
to
to
the
the-
town manager's
yeah.
office.
The 21st?
August 21st?
Yes.
Okay. So we got a motion, the motion has been amended.
Yeah, amend to follow Chief Columbus's recommendation for a 1-day suspension on August 21, 2025.
Okay, and that's, are you good with that motion? Mr. Russo? Okay, so we get an amendment to the motion in a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. So please contact the town manager. You'll have a 1-day suspended license on Thursday, October 21st. Continue with what you're doing.
August 21st.
August 21st.
August 31st.
I'm sorry, August 21st. And do what you're doing. please make sure you're talking with your employees, and if you come before us again, the penalties get more severe. So just to make it very clear to you that, the next time, if it happens within a 2-year period, it won't be a 1-day, it'll be a larger suspension, so.
I understand.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Now I'm going to open up to residents. Do we have any residents that would like to be heard? Name for the record, please, gentlemen.
My name's Vinny Oliva. I'm on Molly Drive in Tewksbury.
My name is Jimmy Williams. I live at 20 John E. Smith Drive in Tewksbury.
All right. Gentlemen, what would you like to talk about?
I'm here tonight to introduce and maybe launch the hometown banner program for our local heroes and first responders. I was here 2 or 3 weeks ago. I spoke to John, and he suggested that I come to the select board, and at the time I was looking to replace the hardware that we have now on the black decorative poles around the common. Between then and now, I see that the banners we have now, the brackets fall in place with what the banners will go on. So I think we can get away with the brackets. What I'm looking for tonight is for me to go ahead and move forward with this program and hopefully have it in place by Memorial Day next year. By the time we get people involved and people ordering the banners, it would take that long to get it running. We've talked about this for 2 or 3 years, and we finally want to get it going. So,
Mr. Chairman?
Yeah.
So when I met with you guys, my intent was actually not for you to come for residents' participation time, but rather to get on the agenda. We just need to work out the logistics so that you can vote on it. I think it's a wonderful idea. It's a great program. We just figure out how to get the logistics done, knowing that it's going to be done by Memorial Day next year. We do have a little time, but I think that if I come back with something for the board and these gentlemen come down, if we have it on the agenda, then you'll be better prepared to vote on it.
Okay.
But I can't imagine that anybody would be opposed to anything like this, so.
Yeah, so, Mr. Olivier, to his point, if we're to take action on this, it would have to be listed on our agenda. It would have to be in a public forum, and we'd have to allow residents or anybody that would be able to have some comment or concern or be in favor of it, obviously. So unfortunately, we'll listen to you during the residents portion, but for us to take some action, it would have to be on our next agenda. So I'll gladly put it on our next agenda, and you can come back in, and then we can take action on it, but we really can't take a vote on something that wasn't listed on the original agenda.
okay.
Yeah, but, like I said, if you want to discuss, is there anything else you'd like to hear?
The only thing is, can I just move forward with this and get more information?
Yeah.
And get some responses from some of the other veterans in town. I know I spoke to the VSO, she's all for it. And any veteran that shows up at the coffee hour, they're thrilled about it. And, and I see a lot of the local towns have it.
Yep.
And I thought, it's time that we have it. So,
No, I mean, I've had this conversation with you for some time now. We've been discussing it. I think it's a wonderful idea personally, but like I said, for us to take action on it, we really have to put it on the agenda, and then we'll, like I said, as Mr. Coven said, I can't see anybody being against this, but like I said, we do have to do our due diligence and allow anybody to come in and and have a say, because, we are using town property and doing those type of things, and if somebody does want to have be up and be heard, we have to give them the opportunity to do so. But we thank you so much. This is a wonderful project as far as I'm concerned. I think this is something that we've been talking about for some time, and I can't imagine that, like I said, I think this would be a great improvement to our common in the town as overall. So, any other comments or concerns?
I just had one, thank you, Mr. Chair. Would you be looking at just doing the common? I have a similar in my community. Our first round, we did 150. We're in our second phase right now, where we have another 150. The difference is we're a municipal-owned light, so the telephone poles are owned by the town. So if this expands outside, if you get a large group of individuals that want to participate, there's families that want to participate and have a banner up, I don't know how that would work with Verizon and.
We would have to get a hold of the utility companies and ask for their permission.
Okay.
And that's some of the logistics that we need to work out.
Yeah, exactly. I know when it's a municipal light department, the poles are a little easier. It's just, that may be the stumbling block, or I should say the delay with being a National Grid or a Verizon pole. So if maybe, Mr. Curran, you could give them a contact that they could start that process.
I was going to meet with them in, actually, I have your contact information from the last time we met.
Right.
And I was planning on meeting with you before the September meeting and get all these details ironed out.
Yeah, I think that would help kind of facilitate that, the ability. But I think it's a great program, and it is really, it looks great when your town is supporting the veterans with a banner throughout.
Okay.
And from what I can see from this presentation, it looks like you're putting them on all the ornamental lights that we have around the commons. What may be beneficial when you're talking with the town manager is putting the number of how many you plan on putting out. And if you're going to go further, like I said, we can only give permission to put on our property. We can't give something that's on Verizon or National Grid pole without permit applications, those type of things to go forward. So if you are going to go to that, we do want to clarify the next time you come in. So it would be beneficial to meet with him prior to that, to our next meeting.
Okay.
Any other comments or concerns?
Looking forward to getting this up and running, gentlemen.
Yeah.
See you at the next meeting.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Nice job.
All right,
Yep,
thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, any other residents would like to be heard? Seeing none, we're going to go on to new business. We got our approval of donation to the Tewksbury Senior Center. Mr. Cameron, would you like to?
So there's one donation, $200 from the Friends of the Elderly for the ice cream social that was held on August 11th, which I'm a little disgruntled that I missed that ice cream social, but yeah, so that's the first one.
Okay. All right, so we have a donation to the Tewksbury Senior Center. Any?
Make a motion to approve the donation, accept the donation to the Tewksbury Senior Center for $200.
I'll second that, and if we could send a thank you to the donor.
All right, so I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. It's a 4-0 vote.
We also received a donation of $30 in memory of Regina Tamaro from Esther Macri, Justin Macri, and Nicole Macri. And that was for the Council on Aging as well.
All right, so we're going to vote.
Make a motion to accept the donation of $30 and.
It's $300, correct?
$30.
$30.
$30.
Oh,
Yes, donation of $30 and thank you.
I'll second.
all right, I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well.
And then lastly, the next item is the donation from the Veterans Department. And that is a donation for $300 from the VFW for the Veterans Barbecue.
Okay. So we have a donation to the Veterans Department. All those, anybody have any motions on that matter?
I'll make a motion to accept the donation of $300 and send a thank you to the individual if.
I'll second.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you very much for that donation.
And you'd like us to send thank you notes to all of these?
Please.
All right, the next thing on our agenda is a letter of support to the Demoulas family. So we have a letter here that was drafted to the Board of Directors of Market Basket. I'm going to read it for the public to hear. The Tewksbury Select Board would like to express a deep appreciation for the exceptional role of the Demoulas families played in the growth and well-being of our community and the broader Merrimack Valley. The enduring success of Market Basket, headquartered in Tewksbury, has been a significant benefit for both employees and residents. Under the leadership of CEO Arthur T. Demoulas, Market Basket has been a model for employee-centered business practices such as company profit sharing. Arthur T.'s steadfast dedication to his employees, even including personal financial support, has earned their respect and loyalty. Both employees and customers have widely felt the positive effect of his leadership and generosity. The town implores the family to work out the differences and preserve the enormous talent pool that exists with the Demoulas family. With that said, let it be known that the Tewksbury Select Board strongly recommends that Arthur T. Demoulas be reinstated as the CEO of Market Basket. The Demoulas family has become a trusted partner in fostering the economic vitality and spirit of generosity to define Tewksbury. Through the years, the Demoulas organization has supported the local food pantry, countless community organizations benefiting youth and seniors in the town. You have touched the lives of countless residents and reinforced the town's identity as a thriving, close-knit community. Tewksbury remains committed to maintaining a strong relationship with the Demoulas family and continued collaboration in the years ahead. The town has sincere gratitude for the family's legacy of service and principled leadership. Their presence in the Merrimack Valley has left a lasting impact and will continue to shape a brighter future for the region. This letter is drafted and it's, if approved, would be signed by the entire Select Board. I'm going to open it up to the board to have any comments or concerns with this. Mr. Mackey?
Thank you. First of all, I'm glad we're doing this. I actually was working on an individual letter and was going to bring it up tonight, but before I could get it on there, I found out we were working on this. So very happy we're doing this, and I personally don't think this letter is heavy-handed enough. Artie is a pillar of the community. They step up, the whole family, but he leads the charge. Tewksbury led the boycott, if you will, the last time there was an issue, and I think we need to do everything we can to support this amazing gentleman from our community. So I fully support the letter, and I wish that there was more we could do.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also support the letter in the case, and it's also personal experiences with Arthur. My kids all worked for him. You know, Arthur hires our young kids out of high school, you know, and not only just hires them to work, but he educates them. He gives them a sense of responsibility. And what he really does is he instills a work ethic into these kids. And for that, I'll be forever grateful. And I am totally in support of the letter.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's actually my wife's favorite job of all time in 35 years that she's been able to be working. So full support of this. Again, I agree. We probably, you know, I wish we could do more, but you know, it is a family matter, and all we can do is throw our support. So happy to do so.
Yeah, I'll echo all my colleagues. I mean, it was my first job in high school, and I think many young adults have worked there somewhere along in their careers, and it was a great opportunity, met a lot of great people there, and learned what hard work was all about. And I think, the family has done more than people will ever know. A lot of it is done without recognition, and hopefully that they can settle their differences and bring him back on board and continue to operate what they've been doing for years and years to come. Thank you.
And with that said, I'm just going to add a little personal to this myself. Mr. DeMoulis, I had a conversation with him, probably directly with him himself, less than 2 weeks prior to his suspension. Asked him to give me a call because of my concerns with Stadium Plaza and how it's been dragging on, and wanted to hear from him directly as we've been talking about how this is going on. And empty storefronts is not a way that we in Tewksbury want to continue. He told me he would have a continued conversation with us. He was committed to the town of Tewksbury and that he was willing to work with us. And he apologized for the delay, but he wanted to make sure that if it was going to be built, it was going to be built right. And I applaud him for that, and I understand that. But that being said, it still concerns me that that plaza is still empty. Coming from a large family and having 4 sisters myself, I never get involved in usually family fights because no one ever wins that battle. So I hope they work it out. They have a wonderful reputation in this community, and the longer this goes on, it's not beneficial to their reputation. They have they're the envy of every business around because of the way they treat their employees, the way they have, allowed management to grow from a bagger to becoming the general manager. And that's a credit to the family that promotes from within. And what's happening right now is something that's very concerning. I agree with Mr. Mackey that, I have strong feelings on this, but I also want to make sure that, I support RDT 100%. I can't think of anyone better to be leading that organization. But I want the family to work it out themselves. And I want them to come to a realization that they're stronger together than apart. And I hope they come to that agreement shortly, and it makes Tewksbury, once again, thriving and proud to have this headquartered in our community. So with that, I'll listen to any motions to sign this letter.
I'll make a motion that we support the letter for supporting Arthur.
Okay, I got a motion. Do I have a second? I got a second.
Second it as well.
All right, all those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. We'll sign this, we'll get it out this afternoon, this tonight. Thank you. All right, next thing we have on our agenda is board and committee appointments discussion. We have a couple openings. We have the Tewksbury School Facility Study Committee, the Zoning Board of Appeals, and the Conservation Committee. We have some openings on that, and we can either do a couple of things. Everybody's had a chance to review the applications. We can either take a vote on this, or we can do interviews. I'll leave it out to the committee to see what they want to do. I just want to make it known that, some of these committees have had a vacancy for a while, so we do want to get some people on these boards. So let's open it up to the board.
I guess just one comment with the School Facility Study Committee. This opening is filling a vacancy for resident at large, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we had it separated where we had parents of certain school-age children, younger and then older school-age children, and then we had residents as well that didn't necessarily have children in the schools anymore, but were still residents of the community. So I don't know, that is the current void at the moment. I don't know where this resident fits in that category. I read his narrative, as I'm sure everyone else did. Seems like he may have children that maybe have grown through the public school system. I'm not sure, but I guess I'd like to maybe follow up with him if the board is content with that.
Would you like to table that to the next meeting?
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right.
So are we bringing that individual in, or are we going to reach out individually?
I think, I mean, again, I'll do, whatever one, feels is right, but I think what we did in the past is we had residents, if I understand correctly, how the committee was originally formed before I was on the select board, was the residents at large were brought forth, and you guys did interviews. Again, we don't really have other members that have applied, so happy to go with this if he fits sort of the criteria that we've asked for, and I'm happy to reach out to get that information.
Yeah, I think when we've done interviews is when we've had multiple interviews.
right.
We only have one applicant on this, so it just isn't like we're interviewing multiple people.
And we're not currently meeting at the moment. We're waiting for the funds to come available for the RFP process and all that stuff. So I'm happy to table this one for now and follow up with him directly through our office and go from there.
All right, so would you want to make a motion to table it to the next meeting?
Yeah. Let's
Can have the opportunity to
Yeah, I
contact
don't know
them?
if there's anything else you want to discuss with the others or.
I was going to say, do we want to wait? I mean, we can take them individually if you'd like.
I was going to go individually, go by each section, because we have,
I'll second.
So I'll make that motion then to table this until next meeting, and in the meantime, like I said, I'll follow up directly with this individual, and then go from there.
I'll second.
Point of clarification, you're tabling just the schools?
Yeah, sorry, that's a good point. Yeah, just the school facility study committee application currently.
Perfect,
okay, so
thank
we
you.
got a motion, and we got a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. See, we have one application, that makes sense. Okay, the next thing is the zoning board of appeals. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 applicants.
And just through you, Mr. Chair, how many positions are open? How many openings are on the zoning board of appeals?
Two.
Two. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I think that we should be doing interviews for the Zoning Board of Appeals and the Conservation Commission, because it's not like you're on the Entertainment Committee or something. These are important boards, and I believe an interview would be necessary, or should be necessary. So I'll put that in the form of a motion that the board and committee, well, the Zoning Board of Appeals and the Conservation Commission, we set up an interview timeframe.
Would we like to schedule that, like maybe for our next meeting?
Yeah, scheduled at like 5:30 or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I just want to clarify. When
Yeah.
we have 2 meetings in September, would you like to select one, and we can maybe schedule those and see if they, whatever it is, I don't want to leave it open-ended that we're going to schedule them. I mean, do you want to pick something that would?
Well, the first meeting in September, we can do the Zoning Board of Appeals, and the
Second one.
second one, we can do the Conservation Commission. I don't know the exact date.
I got them right, so I'll bring it up.
12 and 26.
26.
And can I just get clarification too with the Conservation Commission? How many openings are there for that? Just one, right?
Conservation is one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So our September meeting, we have a meeting on September 9th, and then we're going to meeting on September 23rd.
Okay.
So for the Zoning Board of Appeals, I'll make the motion to do the interviews at 5:30 on September 9th.
Okay. Okay, so we'll take it individually. We get a motion to do Board of Appeals on September 9th. I get a motion. I get a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well, so we could send out, we can have, those are
Can make the arrangement.
Make the arrangements. And then you want to make a second motion on conservation?
I'm going to do the motion to have the Conservation Commission interviews held at 5:30 on September
23rd.
23rd. And if Mr. Curran could make the arrangements for that?
Yep, so I get a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, town manager.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I'm not going to go through the whole report, just a couple of highlights. And one additional item. There's a second annual Halloween will be on October 19th this year from 1 to 4 p.m. That's a Sunday. It's been a successful event. So that'll be held this year. That'll be posted on social media for people to see. If the board is interested in that real estate summit at Innovation Expo, just let me know. We can sign you up for that. And you can read my write-up on the North Street School. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I think it's important that either individually or as a group, we take a walk through the board does. I think you need to see the inside of that school. That's the short answer. Boston Hockey Academy, I've been trying to shag them down. And when I wrote this, I hadn't heard from them, but on Saturday I did get an email, kind of a timid email saying they were still interested, but I haven't got anything else, so I'll follow up with them. But there has been a lot of movement in the time that I've been trying to contact them, but they do still seem to say that they're interested in it. West Nile virus, just for the benefit of the public, the risk level for West Nile virus is moderate. There haven't been any positive incidents here in Tewksbury, but there have been in the area. And the Board of Health Director has proactively treated Livingston Street parks in light of that. It was sprayed last week. If you want more details, the residents can go on to the mass.gov info details, Massachusetts arbovirus update. And just what wasn't on the report, and I don't have a full report for you yet, but I wanted to at least give you an update because several of you brought it up, was Whipple Street and Pine Street intersection. We did have TEC, one of our house engineers, do a study of that, a warrant study. It was determined that it does not warrant a traffic signal, but they made several recommendations to try to improve that area. One is relocating the stop bars and stop signs on both Pine Street approaches closer to the intersection. Convert out-of-date stop-ahead signs along the Pine Street eastbound with a graphical stop-ahead sign. Consider enhanced LED signal to extend visibility and importance of the traffic condition. Reconstruct the curb corners, bringing them in, squeezing that intersection a little bit, and regrade the northeast corner, including removal of boulders to improve sight lines, and trimming back some vegetation as well. So the DPW is putting a plan together to make some of those improvements, but I know that's been a concern for several board members who brought it to my attention. So, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Board have any questions? No. I do, Town Manager. Thank you very much. That intersection, many residents, I think, has reached everybody on this board with concerns about that intersection. There's been a lot of accidents out there. Speed seems to be a large element in that, but I would like to see those recommendations maybe put up on our website so that we can put something out saying, here's the recommendations we are taking seriously, because we've had some residents call, and I just want them to be aware that we're doing something, even though it may not warrant
I'll do a
full
social media
intersection.
post.
Yeah, but I'd like to see something up there and maybe get like a time frame of when some of these things may take place. Some of them may take longer than other, but, the cutback and those type of things should be able to happen sooner rather than later.
Right.
The other thing is the North Street School. I agree, you have sent us the information about, the condition, and we should do a tour of it. But I also, from my understanding, there's a lot of stuff that's still left in there from the schools.
Oh, yeah.
Can we send something, since the building has been turned over to the select board? Can we reach out to the school committee and say, is any of this stuff, do you plan on taking it? If we're going to do something and we're going to make any kind of things like this, I'd like to know if there's anything that's in that is still usable and they have a use for it and they're going to bring it someplace, because if we are going to do something with that and we have to make some changes, or we have to do something to the school or make some decisions on how we're going to do it, I don't want to have that all in there. So I'd like to get an answer from the school department if there's anything in there that they consider valuable, or if there isn't, what they would like to do with the stuff, and is to get it cleared out, to make it a little bit, I know the police department go in there and they do their safety things. Like I said, I just don't want it to be a collector. If there's stuff in there that's absolutely useless and it's just trash, let's get rid of it. So.
Yeah. So that I can give you the short answer to that right now is that they did, when I went through there last week, they did make attempts to get rid of some things, but the things they couldn't get rid of are still there. So those things need to go. On the other hand, there's also active storage from different departments within the school department in different areas of the school for different things like attic stock for the center school and some other thing. The recyclables for the IT department are in another room. And then even the town has stored the new lights that we're putting up to replace the purple lights are stored in that building as well. So there's like different variations of things going on that need to be resolved. Like one is we got to get rid of that stuff that's just trash. And then we have to figure out this. What I've discovered really is that the school department never really turned the building over. I mean, literally to the point where we don't even have the keys. They control that building. Even though it was turned over to the town meeting, it was never really turned over to the town. So all of these issues have to be resolved, which is one of the reasons I want the board to go through it, because you just got to see it.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, to clarify,
yeah,
if there are things that are important, and we have, in part of the report, we have roofs that are leaking and things like that.
Yes.
If there's something that's important, this is why I want to get it cleaned up. Like you said, we do have lights, we do have records, we do have things in there that may be of importance, and if we need to move that to an area that isn't leaking, and we get rid of the stuff that's in there, I think we need to have like a little clarification from the school committee or the school department to say, let's clean up what's not necessary, and if there's an area, like I don't want to have something in there and find out that the roof's leaking and all of a sudden something gives way because we're not paying attention to it, and then vital records are destroyed, or we have something that we care about gets damaged. So I just want to have some conversation that, like, I don't want it to continue if we're not doing any preventative maintenance and we don't have any funds to do preventative maintenance and conditions get worse, we got to make some tough decisions, and we got to find out, we'll have to find out, like, how much stuff do we have in there? Do we have to find another location to store it? And where would that be? And so I think we need to do some sort of inventory of what's there, what's important, what's not important, and I'd rather do that sooner than later and get some answers from the school department. If we could get some answers and then get it back to the board, I'd appreciate that. And I do plan on doing a tour of it. But from all things I'm hearing is there's a lot of stuff that's in there that probably we don't need to say, but I just want to.
No, definitely.
Yeah, and we can get that cleaned up.
But to answer your question, most of the areas that are really bad don't have anything of value in those rooms. So the areas that they're using for active storage are the better areas of the building. But again, I think it's important that you got to get in there and see it for yourself.
Through you, Mr. Chair, I think, again, attic stock, we just built the area on the DPW building for the school department maintenance, if that can go there. If it's attic stock and it's in a room that potentially could get damaged, it's going to be no good there. So most of the time, attic stock for a building is kept within the building where it is attic stock for. So it is a town building. It has been turned over from the school department. So I think we need, after we take the walkthrough, have the superintendent and the facility department walk through with us. If it's garbage, somebody has to pay for it. So we need to get that done and get the clutter down and come up with a decision what direction we're going to go with that school.
Yeah. Okay.
Does this need to be a future agenda item? I mean, I know I think we have a pretty heavy meeting for our first meeting in September, but do we want to put it in a section?
Sure. Okay. Hopefully we all can get a walkthrough before then.
Ample time for walkthroughs and gives town manager some time to coordinate with superintendent and kind of get some answers to the questions that are low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I agree with Mr. Mackey. The only concern I have is kids are going back into school, and I don't want to, like, I mean, I want to prioritize them getting the kids back into school. So they got a lot to work on, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, like I said, do I want to put it on, would I like an answer? I agree with you, I like it right away. But is it something that we need to get it in when they have to focus on, you know, whatever else may be going on with the school in September? Maybe we put it on an October agenda or something like that.
Well, if it's on September, it gives us more than a month to start to have the discussion, and it's not like we're saying that we're going to lock the doors in a month at that meeting. So it's just starting the discussion. I see no harm in it. Yes, school will be restarting, but I don't see this impacting operations. It's a fact-finding mission, and we don't have an ask for them yet. If we had an ask, it would come out of that meeting, which we would set at a date that is far more amicable to them.
Yeah, but we'd be asking them to come into our meeting to talk about it, right? Is that what you're asking for?
I believe the town manager can have those discussions and can back brief us, and we can ask any additional questions we have then, as well as have discussion that is scheduled about feedback from our walkthroughs and any.
I'm fine with that. Like I said, I just want to be courteous to make sure that we're not, you know, impacting any of their operations when they're trying to get ready for school.
I appreciate that concern.
Okay.
Yeah, for the school department.
Do you want to make a motion to put it on the agenda, or is it?
Sure. I'll make a motion to put it on the September 23rd Select Board agenda.
Okay.
I'll second that.
We got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. All right, thank you. Then, do we have anything else, Mr. Town Manager?
That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we got a town council invoice.
I'll make a motion to approve town council invoice July 1, 2025 through July 15, 2025 for the amount of $3,060.
Second.
And a motion and a second. All those in favor, please step and say an aye.
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 Do we have a second invoice?
For the town council?
Yeah,
It's just one, right?
Just one.
I got a second in my package, but whatever. So we'll put it on the next one. I don't have that one. I have one for July 29th. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder if you've already, is that 529 you said?
729 in the amount of 3,060.
Yeah, that's the one I
Same
have.
price.
Yeah, so it's just,
Yeah. Well, it's here, but that's
Oh, okay.
July 29, but it's for the effective.
okay, all right, okay. The date threw me for a loop. All right, okay. Next thing we know, we have minutes.
Yeah. So I'm just going through these minutes. So there's 3 sets of minutes. 2 of them go back to 2024. I'm happy to make a motion to approve the March 12th, 2024 minutes.
I'll make a motion, I'll make a second that motion.
Well, I think, honestly, I think the people that are on the board at that time would probably be the best because.
Well, I'm going to abstain.
Yeah, that's what I say. I just.
Was the clerk.
Yeah, he was the clerk. So what I'm going to do is,
So, okay.
instead of just make it more like Pat was on the board, I was on the board, Mr. Mackey was on the board, I think it'd be easier if,
That's fine.
Mr.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of executive session March 12, 2024.
I got a motion. Do I have a second on that? I got a motion and a second by Mr. Mackey. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Will abstain. I will
I
abstain.
got 2 abstains and the chair votes aye as well. Okay. Next, we have,
May 2nd, 2024. That was Mr. Ryder.
That was me, I was the clerk at that time. I'll make a motion to accept the May 2nd, 2024 minutes.
Second.
we got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
I abstain. I was absent at that meeting. So, all right.
And then I will make a motion to approve the regular session meeting minutes for May 20th, 2025 select board meeting.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. It's a 5-0 vote. Okay. Now we got board member reports. Mr. Holland, let's start with.
Yeah, I have one thing. The CPA met last week, or actually 2 weeks ago, and they're forwarding a article for town meeting for the reconstruction of, was it Strongfield?
Yes.
Yes.
Strongfield, in the amount of $25,000. And that's about all we discussed, other than some maybe future benefits.
Right. Thank you. Mr. Mackey?
I have nothing to report. Thank you.
Mr. Ryder?
I have nothing to report. Thank you, Mr.
Lucia?
Brown.
All right. My report, the LRTA will be meeting at the last Thursday of the month. I do want to make one little presentation. I got Jason Marshall and Brian Dorrington is doing something in the community, and I just want to show it out to the town. They created these shirts for Tewksbury Telemedia. They have to watch us on there in the website. So what they're going to be doing is, Tewksbury Telemedia is going to be giving away the high-quality, lightweight T-shirts at upcoming community events. Each shirt features the YouTube link where you can watch live and recorded coverage of government meetings and high school and sports and community events. To get one, show up in person to one of the following social media platforms. Shirts available on a first-come, first-served basis, and they hope you will continue to support Tewksbury Telemedia. I think it's a wonderful idea to get people out watching, so if you would like to get one of these shirts, show up to one of their events, one of the sporting events, or one of the events they're having, and they're very nice shirts, and I want to thank them for doing so. All right.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I got a motion, I got a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well.